about to hit the road and go gather some more morel mushrooms and spring kings and maybe learn some things about new mushrooms. And look who is here. Right? You ready to go? Rosie Bud. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out our tripod. Rosie Bud, are you coming with me? Look where she's laying. She's laying by my bed. You want to come? Is that what you're saying basically? Rosie Bud. Look what I'm gonna do, and we'll see if she really wants to come or not. 1 second. I have her backpack right here, and this is how we do it. Rosinka, you wanna come with Mama? You wanna come with Mama? Are you coming this time, or you wanna stay home? Пойдешь? Пойдешь с мамой? You gonna come or no? You're gonna go? Хорошая Розенька. I think she's being camera shy. She's actually looking at the camera. Oh my god, I don't know why this camera is doing this, right? Розик, пойдем? Пойдешь с мамой? Alright, we'll let her make up her mind, and meanwhile, I'm going to continue getting ready. I have a lot of stuff to finish, to complete. The packing is always a little bit hectic because there are a lot of elements. I always unpack fully pretty much from my car because everything I have there is I use it, so all the battery charged equipment has to come back inside the house and get recharged. All the plates and all the kitchen stuff has to be washed. So it's a whole thing of like packing and unpacking the car. But we're almost there. Also, all the books have to be packed. No, I haven't been really exploring new mushrooms lately and reading up on the new species. I did last night. It's just my mind has been preoccupied with something else, and I promised I will share it with you sometime later when it's hopefully over, and one day, all my troubles will go away. All right. Oh, I think we got our answer. Rosinka, babinka, you ready to go? Is this backpack getting small for you? Have you been eating a lot? Aw, that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow, my baby. All right. And we are off. It's already a little bit late. It's 9:50, but I knew that today we're not going to be able to forage at all, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make sure that everything I need to do in the city is done and complete, and we're gonna head out whenever we're gonna head out and just enjoy the ride, have a good night's sleep in Shasta, and then forage all day tomorrow. So that's where we're at, and I think Rosie is very excited to go. That's my baby. One day I will polish this so she can see better, but I don't think it bothers her at the moment. All right, off we go. So I just remembered that I need to rotate my tires because it's been over 5,000 miles, and I came to my tire place and there is a huge line to do tire things. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, but hopefully it's gonna be done, and I'd rather do it than not and head out somewhere into the forest with my tires not rotated at the right time. So whatever it takes, our vehicle is what's going to keep us safe, and therefore we need to take good care of it. All right, so it wasn't that long of a wait, which is great. I'm happy we're gonna get to do it. I checked my thread. My thread is still a-okay on my tires. Super important thing to have good thread when you're heading into places like I'm heading, where there's a lot of off-roading going on. But all right, now and out. I'll see you on the road. Bye. Let's take a look at the city, say goodbye to the gray streets full of concrete, the concrete jungle, and in just a few hours we will be enjoying the beautiful forest and greenery of Mount Shasta. Yay! As I make my way up on Freeway 5, this stretch of it from LA to Sacramento is hard to be inspired by. A dry desert, a monocropped prison for dwarf trees fed with metal tubes, stretching for hours. But this gives me enough time for an audiobook. I listen to MCAT Anderson's Tending the Wild, about how this land where I'm driving right now used to be a fertile paradise when Tulare Lake was on it. This lake, that now has been entirely drained, was once the source of life for a lush ecosystem and home to thousands of native people. The region was filled with marshes and riparian areas and was home to grizzly bears, elk, and hundreds of animal and fish species, many of whom were endemic to Tulare Lake. I try to imagine it. Guys, we have arrived. It's 10:30 p.m. I'm going to change and go to sleep and then wake up early tomorrow to go foraging. So, bowing out for tonight. Rosie is running around. She's doing so well. She's such a good partner to travel with. I love her and I love you guys. Good night. Good morning, my beautiful friends. We are in the forest finally, and look at this gorgeous forest around and these beautiful sounds. One car just passed by, the first one since last night. I'm pretty remote. There's no reception here at all, and I'm excited to gather mushrooms, but I'm also excited about something else. Well, several things. First of all, the first thing I saw when I walked out from the car were these leaves right here. And this is Coyote mint. If you have been watching my channel for more than this episode, you know how obsessed I am with Coyote mint. It has the most divine aroma in the world of mint and lemon and forest and just something special. It's sort of like matsutake for me. It's this aroma that you just can't describe. It's so good. It's so unique, uniquely Shasta for me. So these leaves, I use them to steep some sun tea. So I'll put them in the cup. I'll put some water in the cup and I'll leave it somewhere on the roof of my car or wherever I am to steep some tea, and it's delicious. So, and sometimes I just chew it for flavor or like instead of a mint. So I'm super excited to see that it's already coming up. It's not blooming yet. The flowers are not out yet, but the leaves are, and the leaves are just as flavorful and aromatic as the flowers. So I actually like the leaves a little bit better, to be honest, but I try not to advertise that, I guess, because you know, we don't want to pick probably leaves before a plant before it flowers, right? Because the seeds are inside the flower, and we want the seeds to spread so that more plants can grow next year. However, I want to show you that everything, well, most of this greenery you see here is coyote mint. So I don't think that coyote mint has trouble proliferating year after year. Nevertheless, it's always good to be mindful, and at the end of the day, I think we just must enjoy what this planet, this Mother Earth has to offer us. So don't overthink it like I am doing right now. All right, look at this gorgeous place. Look at all the trees, little baby trees. So Morels love baby trees. I feel like they create these friendships while the trees are young and they need help, and the Morel mycelium is like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna connect you to the mother tree, and or it will exchange nutrients and stuff like that. So a lot of times I find Morels right by the baby trees. Looking for reasons why Morels, and spring kings for that matter, love to grow near baby firs got me into another rabbit hole. I was gone for a good moment, but I'll try to keep it simple for you here. Just know that this explanation is less than complete. See how close the branches of baby fir trees are to the ground? They form a perfect filter for the sun, allowing plenty of it in, whilst providing just enough shade to retain moisture in the soil, both of which Morels need for healthy growth. The crowns of adult fir trees start way higher and they're much denser, which means that depending on the angle of the sun, the mushroom might either get scorched for a few hours while the sun is rising, or get no exposure at all when the sun is overhead. Not ideal. And that is one of the reasons why you won't find many morels growing right next to the trunks of big firs, whereas you might find plenty near the trunks of fir seedlings. And then there is Suzanne Simard and her book Finding the Mother Tree, and Entangled Life by Merlin Sheldrake, where we learned that in the forest, plants share with each other rather than compete, utilizing mycelial networks as a wood wide web via which resources such as carbon are passed from the place of abundance to the place of scarcity. Mycelium acts as an umbilical cord between mother trees and their seedlings, enveloping the roots of both and forming highways between them via which the nutrients can be delivered, in exchange for some carbon, of course, from the mother trees and a perfect amount of shade from the seedlings. You will always find plenty of mycelium and mushrooms around young trees whose parents are known to be mycorrhizal. I wonder what would be an analog to the system via which resources flow from a place of plenty to a place of scarcity in the human world. We definitely have a lot to learn from the trees and fungi about sharing resources. Off we go! Let's see. It's been 2 weeks. I left a lot of little morels out last time I was here, and I'm trying to bear with me with this tripod. So I left a lot of little morels behind, specifically for the reason that I'm planning on coming back and getting them this time when they're already bigger. But you never know, you know, people are here picking mushrooms, so they might have been picked or not. Let's go figure it out. Now and out for a moment while I'm getting down this hill right here, and also while I'm turning on my maps so I know where I am at all times. Pausing for now. Okay, we're in. Let's explore. Let me adjust the camera and we're off. Looking, looking, looking. The cars are coming. Cars or planes. All right. I see a purple star. So that's a purple star. And that's a purple star. And that's Pizziza something. Look at all of them right here. So there are great indicators of Morel habitat, first of all. Second of all, we're missing out. Oh, here you can see how it splits. So it starts out as a bowl, as a hollow sphere, and it's mostly develops under the ground. And look at the wild strawberry. Develops under the ground, and then it bursts and splits like this. Look how beautiful it is, right? Doesn't it look like a flower? And because it splits and gets these petals like this, it is called the star fungus, purple star. I forgot scientific name, but it's Pizziza something. And it used to be, people used to think that it's the only one of its kind and that this genus has only this mushroom, but turned out that there are plenty others. This wonder goes by several common names: pink or purple crown, violet crown cup, or the violet star cup. Her binomial name is Sarcosphaera coronaria. She develops partially under the ground before emerging from the soil as a hollow sphere that later splits into petals from top down. The term used to describe fungi whose fruiting bodies develop subterraneanly is hypogeious. Truffles are fully hypogeious. Pink crown is partly hypogeious. Although in some older literature Sarcosphaera coronaria is said to be edible, a number of poisonings and one death have been associated with its consumption. We now know that it bioaccumulates arsenic from the soil and contains the highest concentrations of arsenic out of any other known mushroom, so please do not eat Sarcosphaera coronaria. And there's so many stars, they're everywhere on the ground. Look. All right, let's focus on the morels. So if we're walking around and the ground looks like this, it means we are in too much pine and we will probably not find anything here. But if we're walking around and we start seeing this type of sequence of things on the ground, then we are getting closer to the habitat that morel mushrooms prefer, which is true pine and true fir, mix of pine and true firs. However, I'm not seeing any mushrooms just yet. I was just saying that there are no mushrooms here because I was looking for black morels and there are blondes all around here. I love blondes so much. You guys don't understand. Let me pick up the camera really quickly and just show you how many blondes are here. They're just everywhere. Okay. And it's hard to see them. All right, let's start here. So I picked up two, and then right there are more blondes. Beautiful, beautiful blondes. Please focus, dear camera. Right there. And then let's start looking around. I already lost a bunch of them, but they're here. Yes, there are more right here and more right here. And pretty much they're just everywhere. Oh my God. I was about to leave. How crazy is that? That's what happens with morels. You don't see them, and then all of a sudden, just bam, you recognize the pattern and you start seeing them everywhere. How incredible. Guys, all right, let me put this back on and let's go gathering. Let's go gathering. Da, 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 da. All right, Where are we? Oh, there's more. There are more. There are more. There are more. All right. Let's set the camera up like this. Right there. And start gathering our blondes. Hello, how are you? Oh my God, dear mycelium, thank you so much. The blondes are here now. I thought the season was over. They just moved further up north. Gorgeous. Thank you, dear mycelium. Okay. Up. More right here. They hide in between the grass. More right here. Oh wow, they're so fresh. Oh my God, this is way too exciting. There's more right here. Okay. This is awesome. Okay. So this is just some of our harvest, and there is one right here, actually, right there. Ta-da! Let's bring them into the basket. Guys, blondes taste so good. I don't want to say it too loud, but I like the way they taste better than the black morels. But the black morels are still really, really delicious. But blondes have this very special, unique, pungent flavor to them that I enjoy so much. And as I'm talking to you, I'm scanning with my peripheral vision and I see more morels sticking out. So let's go get them. We're getting a lot of morels this time. Oh, and I found a little centipede hiding under the earth. We're not gonna disturb him any further. Thank you, dear centipede. And you know what I love? I think that these morels still look very, very, very fresh. We're gonna leave some mushroom for the centipede. These ones are just a little bit jammed to the side because they were growing under the branch, but otherwise they're super fresh. Okay, into the basket they go. And more morels are growing right over there. And we are going to get the mountain blondes, Morchella tridentina. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, they're so meaty and so flavorful. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of them right here. Guys, and I thought I wasn't finding any morels here. And as I was giving you my spiel about moving places, I saw one, and then another one, and then another one, and then I realized that I've been in the right place all along, and there are more right there. Oh my gosh, guys. They're falling from my hands. Look how incredible. Wow. Into the basket we go. And what do you know? There are more just right here. Oh, this one is big. Look at this baby. Yes. So I don't know whether all blonde morels taste this good, but this specific morel, wow. I wish everyone gets to try them at least once in their life, and you will understand what it is that I'm talking about. Very simple, just searing, putting a little bit of salt, making a little wrap, and especially when they're hot and crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Make sure to cook your morels really well. Never eat raw morels, never eat undercooked morels. Never eat a mushroom that looks like a morel but is not morel. So ID your mushrooms first. For now, let's go and find more morels. So we're gonna have morels and coyote mint tea. I like that. It's a dream. It's a dream come true. To be here and to be eating like this and drinking the tea. Wow. Guys, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful to this forest and this life and the drive that is inside of me, that is never letting me down, that is always taking me somewhere, taking me places to experience things that I love. I'm thankful to that energy that's driving me. Okay, focusing on the morel. Let's see. I feel like with blondes, it's a little bit harder to see them in this type of habitat because everything looks like blonde hair here. All the grass and the needles from the pine, right? They have a similar color, just a different pattern. So it's worth it to like sit down and just look around because you might just miss them if you don't. Can you spot the morels? There are two of them. One. This is like one of those games, right? When you have to focus your eyes and find something in the picture that is so busy with everything else. And you have to find one thing, a specific item. Look at this gorgeous morel. And one is right here. Thank you, dear mycelium. Ta-da! My pride and joy. Guys, this is so cool. Look at all the plants. Look at this big baby right in front of us. And listen to the sounds. Thank you, dear mycelium. Thank you so much. There they are. There they are. I told you. Oh, I'm not. Hi, gorgeous. Yes. Let's gather some morels. Oh my God, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Let's do this. Thank you, Jeremy. Celia. Into the basket we go. There's lots of cars. So I'm pretending to be a mushroom. We freeze and we stay very, very quiet. And I found another morel while I'm at it. Hello, darling. There she is. Okay, the cars passed by, so it's safe to reappear. This is a really good spot and it's near the road, and people tend to overlook it, and I like that because I get to get all the morels. Wow. Oh, there's a little froggy. I'm like, who is that? Oh my God. Look at the little baby froggy. Oh, she's so beautiful. Hi, gorgeous. Right there. Hi, beautiful. Oh my God. Coyote mint, little frogs, morels, trees. So beautiful. What else can one wish for? Well, just my kids. I wish they were here, but they have school and they have to finish strong. So we're coming, but just in a few weeks together, as soon as the school is over. I really, really hope that there will still be mushrooms because they love foraging. I see one. Yes, 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 yes. I see you, I see you, I see you. They're so hidden in between the branches here. Oh, guys, it smells like somebody just woke up and brushed their teeth because I'm right next to coyote mint. Oh my God, I have to gather a little bit of it just for the basket. Oh my God, guys. Oh, it's heaven. Let's keep on looking. Let's find a lot of blonde morels. Oh, I know so many people who would love them. Let's find so much that we can share. My gosh, my battery is dying, but I was on the way to the car to recharge the battery and I started finding these types of shrimps. And this, my friends, is a spring king porcini. Oh my God, look at him. Look at him. Where are you? Right there. Look. All right, So they're here now too. Oh my god, and there's so many shrubs. Guys, are these all porcini mushrooms? Let me see. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Spring King, number 1. All right, cover this hole up. I see another little shrimp right here. Ooh, that sounds like another Spring King to me. Oh, wow. Hi. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Super fresh. Super fresh, this one. Oh my god. Spring King number 2. Oh my god. I knew this spot was great for mushrooms. Found such an abundant spot. And who is here? Who is hiding here? Another beautiful Spring King button. Hello. Okay. There are some fungus gnats that are on trying to lay their eggs. But if I clean this mushroom well right now, we have a big chance of not having any larvae on it and no tunnels, and we might be having this one for ourselves. 1, 2, 3. Right next to my basket of Morels. Morels. Okay, now we have to walk around here and make sure we don't miss any more Spring Kings. Oh, I feel like I'm standing on one. No, but there are so many little shrumpity shrubs. Oh, this is an earth star. Oh, this is an earth star. You see how they come up like a ball? Like this? And then it'll open up. Okay. More shrumpity shrubs. Oh my god. Guys, this is incredible. Alright, I'm going to clean up the mushrooms and keep exploring here for a little while. I'm gonna try to save the battery so that I have my maps saved so that I can reach them. Although I am pretty confident in where I am here right now. So even if the phone dies, I am A-okay. But for now, all right, let me clean up the mushrooms and I'll meow out for a moment. All right, guys, so I made my way back to the car. My phones were dying. I recharged the phones while the phones were charging, well, the phone and the power banks. And these power banks kind of have been not holding charge so well. And the ports in them break so easily, so don't get this one. I'm thinking of switching to another company. Somebody recommended to me Anchor, and they're kind of pricey. And I was like, well, I have these ones, but no, they are not good if you are walking around the forest and you want to stay out there for a little while and keep your maps on. If your maps are digital, then definitely good power bank is a must. And this one, I don't know what the company is called. It's just not good. I have 3 of them and all 3 are broken. They're little, they're cheap, but they're not good. I had a chance to walk with Rosie while my electronics were charging, and she had a ton of fun. Right, baby girl? She had a ton of fun. Hey, booba. We walked for like good 30 minutes in the forest right there. And while walking with her, I found black morels. Guys, this is just awesome. The weather is beautiful. This is the first time this year that I'm not wearing a jacket. I was able to take off all of my layers pretty much, just keeping one layer on, except the pants. The pants, I'm always having this top layer just because it's easy to like kneel down, drop down onto the ground and not worry about ruining your pants. Okay, Rosie, I'll see you soon, my baby. My baby Rosie, that bushy. Моя Буся Розя. Моя Буся Розя. Я тебя люблю. Я тебя люблю. All right. So I'm leaving the windows open for her so she has good ventilation. I moved the car into the shade. I also put these things so when the sun goes away from behind this tree, right? So this tree is the one that's giving me shade right now. But as soon as it moves to the side of the tree, we're still going to be nice and protected. And I'm not going to go far because I know that the days are getting warmer, and that means I have to check on Rosie more often to make sure the car is not overheating, that the car is in the proper shady spot, that she has food and water. And also, normally she hangs out the whole night running around doing things, and then she sleeps during the day, so this is perfect for her. All right, let's get going. Let's grab my backpack, my all right, how do I keep my head not squished by the backpack? That's an interesting endeavor. All right, I'm gonna have to figure it out. And probably meow out for now. I don't know if I need the hat, but just in case, because if it gets really hot, then it would be very unpleasant. I'm gonna take one extra layer just in case. I'm the just in case girl. I always have these extras. I wish like sometimes I was like one of those people, just grab your whatever, phone, credit card, and walk out and go, whatever, you know, travel the world. All right, windows are open, everything's good. I'm gonna meow out, connect you to my tripod, and we're gonna go find some more mushrooms. Ready? Let's go. And what do you know? As soon as we walked back in, we got ourselves some black morels. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Yay! I'll take it. Let's travel in my basket, yay? Hey guys, so a really interesting thing I'll tell you about these specific morels. These are the snyderi, Morchella snyderi, black morel, and thank you, dear mycelium. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is how I know that they're a little bit on the older side. They change, the cap changes shape a little bit. It becomes a little more conical. It becomes a little more like a triangle, like this. When it's in its very, very youthful state, this same morel, the cap is more like an oval, ovate, I don't know, but it's more like an oval. And this one, when it gets like this, like a little pyramid on the top, and the ridges get dark, I know it's an older morel, but it is still very good to eat. And unless it's like moldy or super buggy inside or something like that. But this one is nice and moist. It's not moldy. It's looking great. So I know it's a little bit older. It's not the super fresh young morel. It's fresh, but it's not young. Let's put it this way, right? So I'm still very excited about all of these. One of them has a little bit of discoloration on the side. I'm gonna clean it in the field. I'm gonna see what's up. Why is it discolored? I have no idea. I just cut it all out. Bam, done. Only good parts are going into the basket, and they can stay that way in the basket and not continue to deteriorate, right? If there's like a moldy spot, it's just gonna get bigger, especially if you introduce some moisture to the basket. But if you cut it all out, you're good to go. All right, let's throw these into the basket, gather the rest, and continue moving. Ooh, this one is on the older side. And it has a little bit of like white discoloration on the side. I don't know if that is mold or not. Everything else looks quite all right. But because I'm going to be traveling for several days, I'm going to let this one fly and spread the spores instead of getting worse and worse and worse and deteriorating while I'm driving around. All right, let's spread the spores. Spread the spores! Yay! And she fell right into a patch of baby fir trees, which is great. Oh, and this little Morel is being eaten by a beetle. There she is. Look, she is being enjoyed by this beetle right here. So I am not going to take her. I'm not gonna shoo him off and take the Morel. I'm gonna let him enjoy. He came first. And it seems like there are so many morel mushrooms all around. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to clean her up for you. And since there's so many morel mushrooms around, we can spare a mushroom for a beetle. All right, so one morel left behind for spreading spores, one morel left behind for a beetle, and we are off to seek more mushrooms. Dear Morels, show yourselves! And now that I know that porcinis are here, I'm going to explore all of these little schools of baby firs and see if any heads are sticking out from under the ground. Any brown, round heads. Because there's lots of other mushrooms. But we are looking for something very specific and delicious called porcini. Okay, I don't see them here, but I am certain that we are going to come across a lot of porcini all around here. Oh my God, the sound of the forest. And more frogs. The little frogs are everywhere. Huh. Is this a Douglas fir? This one looks like a Douglas fir. Right there. You see how her needles are hanging down like this? And this is a white fir. The needles are just like splayed sideways. Let's see if we find cones. Oh, under this fir to see if this is the... Oh yeah, this is the Douglas fir. All right. You know, I don't see many Douglas firs in this particular place, but here we are, the 3 bracket thingamajiggies, like little mice hind feet and a tail sticking out from inside the cone. The legend is there was a big fire in the forest and the mice didn't know where to hide, so they climbed up the Douglas fir trees and hid inside the cones. And the fire is long gone, but they're still hiding over there. They're so scared But so Douglas fir is not a true fir, and then we probably won't find mushrooms under Douglas fir. Let's see how Douglas fir forest floor looks like. It looks like this, quite different than the floor near the true fir. We have white fir right there. Right over here, look how different the forest fir looks. Right? No cones, just lots of branches and lots of disintegrated cones. These cones right here, these are from ponderosa pine, and they just flew over here because ponderosa pines are everywhere here. All right, let's see. Let's start looking, but it's good to know because I probably want to stay away from. I was looking at the treetops, like, okay, where should I go? Where there's true firs and less pine, and bam, I see a Douglas fir here, which of course there are a bunch of Douglas fir trees. I found a Morel. Bunch of Douglas fir trees in Shasta. This one is very old. Yeah, so we're gonna let her spread the spores. It's still moist though. It's been covered by earth and stayed nice and moist, but we're gonna spread the spores. Let's fly! Woo! There we go, dear Morel. But not in this patch of the forest. I picked this patch of the forest specifically because it's true fir dominant. And there are many other places in Mount Shasta that are all you see is Douglas fir, ponderosa pine. And those places, you're not gonna find Morels there. Okay. All right, I'm going to meow out for now. I'm going to charge my phone just a tad more while looking for mushrooms. If I find a very abundant little place, pocket, piece of forest that is brimming with morels or porcinis, I'm going to turn you back on and we're going to enjoy gathering together. For now, I'm just going to search and charge so that I can continue filming. Meowing out for a moment. Look who I found under the tree. Big, beautiful Morchella snyderi. Let's go get him. Oh yes, nice size. Let's see, they're still fresh. Hi, gorgeous. Look how black they get when they mature. And I see another one. So let's gather these first and then head over to that next morel. Oh wow, they're nice and moist. So beautiful. The other one is right under the tree right there. See her? I actually found one more. As I was placing the phone down, turns out there's one more morel right next to these two big ones. Let's get going. All right, where did I put my knife? Oh gosh, keeping the knife safe is a whole other story. All right, I think this one is okay. This one is great. Sometimes bigger doesn't mean better. Sometimes bigger means buggier. But I think that these 3 beautiful black morels are just fine. Look how gorgeous they are. Wow, look how black. Right? Nice. You know, guys, when I walk around the forest like this is what goes through my mind. I wanted to share it. I wish I knew more songs to sing while I'm walking around. I know some songs. I know a lot of Russian songs from my childhood, so I sing to the trees and to the mycelium, and just to hear my voice, you know, here in the forest. I sing those old songs, and sometimes I sing American songs, yeah, also from my kids' childhood, because those are the songs, the words to the songs that I know, and I remake them, and you know, I have a lot of fun. But still, I wish I would spend more free time learning songs and words, and so I can sing more. And then another thing is like walking around and seeing plants and different flowers and everything. I wish that I knew what it was, and these are the only things that I wish. I don't know, you know, I don't wish for any other thing, like, and there is no knowledge that is being taught in school that is about any of this, you know. I don't know, or is there? Maybe I'm missing something, but I feel like this should be incorporated, these things, like let's go on the walk with kids every week, twice a week, you know, and find out what are the plants around us, and find out what everything is like in reality, not inside the computer or inside a book or behind the desk, but actually outside, outdoors. It's so simple, but it's just not being done. And then we lack skills on an understanding of what things are that are around us. And they're so beautiful. Each plant here, there's so many edible plants here that I see right off the bat. The gooseberries right there. Also, just interesting plants. Like let's say there's a candy. I don't know if it's a pine drop. I think it's a pine drop. It's not the candy cane thing, although they're kind of similar. I just saw one here somewhere. But the interesting part about this plant, where are you? It's like a red stick sticking out from under the ground. And what it is this plant doesn't have its own chlorophyll, so it cannot synthesize sugars for himself or any nutrients. So it has to be near mycelium, and there is a relationship, there's a word for this, I'm forgetting what it is, but it basically heterotrophic. No, that's a different word. That's also a meaningful word, but that's not the word that I'm looking for. Oh, there's the little pine drop. I think it is a pine drop right there. Oh yeah, it is a little bit sticky. So I still confuse pine drops and the candy canes. The one that I think the book name is Entangled Life by Merlin Sheldrake. I think he's talking about what is it? Allotropa something. The plant that's also kind of like the pine drop, doesn't create its own chlorophyll, cannot synthesize its own sugars and nutrients and stuff, so has to parasitize mycelium, and that's the only way for it to be, because there's no other way, you know, without having any green. And for some reason mycelium is like, yeah, I'll give you what you need and just so you're there, because although we can't see the reason for this plant to be here, right? Because I don't know if it's edible or not. Pine drops, what do people, I gotta research what native people did with pine drops. But in human standards, in our relationships, it's like, okay, well, if I give you this, you give me that, right? That would be considered the right type of relationship. But look, in the forest, there are parasitic relationships, and they're consistent and they're constant, and there is a reason for them being here. And I actually have a whole lot to say about that. I think I'm gonna create like a whole different video dedicated to this. But okay, where did we even start? I don't know. Just talking about things that I would like to know and more of, you know, just being here. Oh, I thought those were like giant morels, but no, that's just a burnt tree trunk, tree stump. So yeah, things like that. I think it would be so much more fun for children to walk around and know exactly what surrounds them, right? Because we come here and we become alienated. We're like, what is this? I don't know. Is this safe? Is this safe? And then also communicating with you and sharing this walk would be so much more fun if I knew every plant and shared their uses and interesting facts about them with you. So yeah, but that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn more and more and more while gathering mushrooms. So sometimes it's a dilemma. It's like, do I stop and learn? Do I go gather? I don't know. I want to do it all. All right, we came upon a big patch of pine, and we need to get into firs a little more to start looking again. I'm just trying to explore all the new little paths here in this forest that I haven't explored yet. I also have more spots that I want to look at before we head to town to change oil. So, okay. So goals. These are going to be my goals. Learn more about the plants that surround me, who they are, what their names are, how to communicate about them with the viewer, with you, and then learn more songs so that when I'm walking around the forest, I can sing songs and non-stop. So, 2 big goals and nothing else, nothing more complicated than that. It's that simple. Dear Morels, please show yourselves. The sun is also getting to this interesting angle. It happens around noon and lasts until 3, where it's harder to see mushrooms for some reason, but I do see one, black morel. Da-da-da-da-da-da. She's right here. Little beauty. Thank you, dear mycelium. I decided to just enjoy the moment for a little. Of course, there are ants everywhere, but I don't mind. Oh my god. Coyote mint heaven. Got my morels, I got my coyote mint, I got the sky, the earth. My children are healthy. I'm thankful. This is so cool. This is the best thing ever. I just wish my kids were here right now. It feels like summer. It feels like everyone is awake now in the forest. Ah, I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. No, not mosquitoes, by ants. They're literally in my pants. All right, we're gonna move towards the car and make some morels. As soon as the morels start losing water and becoming small inside the pan like this, you start thinking, oh, I should have cut more. But still, you don't want to overcrowd the pan. So I'd rather do 2 batches and keep it nice and safe. Make sure that every mushroom is well cooked through. Then take a chance and overcrowd the pan and then have like a couple of mushrooms that are not very well cooked through. And you know, get a tummy ache or something more serious, which is quite possible with morels. So safety first, but otherwise I am in for a treat. These guys are fantastic, fantastic. I can't wait. So excited. I hope I can gather some more tomorrow, like a lot more, so I can bring some home and dehydrate them and cook them and eat them all the time. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it works for now. Oh my god, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let me go grab some bread. Let me go grab some bread. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you have to see this. Oh, golden brown deliciousness. I think I can turn this off already. Bam. Done. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, why is it not focusing? So good. Freshly gathered morels. Straight from the forest. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I made more. I will make more for dinner tonight. Now we're gonna arrange another sandwich. Thank you, plate, for saving my mushroom. Castle Lake. Here we come. Ooh, is it gonna be super freezing to go for a dip? Oh wow, the snow is gone. My favorite lake. Let's see. Let's park right here. And let's check it out. Oh wow, the snow is almost gone from everywhere. Oh wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, we're going for a swim. Let's do this. This is my spot. This is where I always hang out with my children for many years now. Yes, hello, how are you? Alright, are we gonna brave it? And take a dip? I don't see why not. Let's set the camera. Okay, I'm going for it. I got my towel. I got something to change into. It's probably gonna be so cool. Socks are coming off. Are you guys excited for me? Oh, these socks need to air out. These shoes probably too. Shower time. Yes, I hear you. I remember you too. Hello, how are you? So, as predicted, the water is freezing cold and the sun is about to go down right behind that hill right there. Right over there. So I decided to just dip my head, my hair in, and just to go waist deep. And that was so wonderful, so refreshing. I'm so happy I did it. And I want to show you how it feels here. Oh, the sun is about to go down. Let's go quick to the slog. And it's very, very rocky here. The bottom, it's a volcanic lake. But the water is so clear, crystal clear. It's a very, very magical place, energetically and historically. This is home. Let's wish the sun good night. You can still see the sun on the other side over there. Maybe if we move over there a little bit, we can play in the rays of the sun. Okay, let me pause it and let's try to catch some sun together. Let's go. Let's run to catch the sun, to catch sun rays. Oh, there's a river. Yes, I remember this. Let's cross like this. 1, 2. I'll step on this log. Oh my god, let me show you what I'm doing right now. We're crossing a little river, a little stream that's coming out of the lake. Up, 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 up. I might get a little muddy. Oh, I have to go all the way around? No way. That is far. Oh, here's some sun. A little hidden path right here. And voila. We get to go to the other side of the lake. Sometimes I hang out here under this tree. There's the sun. We got it. We got the sun. I don't know why the camera just readjusts itself to look down. It's sort of strange. Maybe if I click this 1, 2. Yeah! I'm getting a hang of it. Maybe tomorrow I'll take a hike up to Heart Lake. So much to do. I wish I could be here longer. Well, we have the entire summer coming up. Bye, sun. Okay, ready to go and make some morel mushrooms. This is a lunch bowl. Is it? Lunch bowl. This is heaven. Heaven on earth. Look, it's still sunny up there. brush our hair, freshly cleaned locks, and make dinner and put this video together for you guys. That's what I'm going to do. And then go to sleep and repeat all of this tomorrow. Sounds like a great plan to me. Ta-da! Ta-da!